105 K Jams, hip hop and R&B hits. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for that artist takeover. We got my guy in the building, Cairo. Man, talk to the people.
What's going down, T-Town? It's your boy Cairo checking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the kickback with my boy Midwest BJ. We holding it down today. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so check me out, man. Before we tell any story, you know, we got to start from the beginning. We got to paint that picture. Man, who is Cairo? And where do you come from? And where were you born and and basically what schools you went to? I had a brain fart.
Okay, you all good, man. Listen, so Cairo is a visionary. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a firm believer in, you know, teaching everybody around me, you know what I'm saying, uplifting my people, you know what I'm saying, and spreading the message. You know what I'm saying? So I was born in Muskogee, grew up in Tulsa, you know what I'm saying, moved
Shout
around.
out to the key.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Moved around a little bit, you know, went to Atlanta, went to Kansas, stayed for a little bit, but, you know, I really got my roots right here in Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? This is always going to be home, always will be.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Did you hoop? Did you play ball or anything?
I played football a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was a running back, tailback, you know what I'm saying? I ran track for a while. That was about 150 pounds ago.
Hey, we all got grown.
Yeah, grown. Hey, on me. Getting down through there. You know what I'm saying? Running track, you know what I'm saying? That was just always in me, you know, playing sports and everything coming up. The whole family is athletic, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just an automatic thing for me, but fell in love with the music, you know what I'm saying, and that's my love right now, you know.
Hey man, I see we went to a couple different schools together, man. We went to Elcott and we went to Gilcrease, so I know you got that roasting in your DNA too.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We were supposed to sit down in the classroom session too, you know what I'm saying, because you know the squad coming with them flamers.
Hey man, we're gonna talk a little bit more behind the scenes on that. Put a pin in that conversation.
Most definitely.
But man, where did your musical roots come from?
So a lot of my musical roots stem from the South, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of jazz influence in my family, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people in my family, you know, heavy in the church, gospel, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's where my background comes from with the music, you know what I'm saying? That Southern influence was real powerful, you know what I'm saying? I grew up listening to UGK, Pimp C, you know what I'm saying? Bun B, Zero, you know what I'm saying? Trader Truth, you know, all those cats out there in Houston. That's been a big influence in my life, you know.
Okay, man. He said some of the, you know, the down south legends.
OGs.
Said I was gonna ask you that as well. You know, is that some of, you know, people who influenced you to, you know, really start the music? Like, what if you could just think back, man, to a track that uses like, man, I hear this song, whether it's on the radio, whether it's on the CD, man, I could do this thing. When did you really fall in love with rap? Like, when did you like just put it together that you could do this?
Okay, that would have to I would have to give props to my big cousin from Muskogee. He go by Groovy, you know what I'm saying? His name is Groove from the Gee. He does music as well, and he was a big influence. Being around him in the studio, it was just something different, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like something I ain't never seen before, you know? Like, I hear music all the time, but to actually see somebody in the studio recording, laying tracks down, and the way he did it, like, he was just so professional with it, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was on his own level. You know, and he knew he was in his own lane, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciated that confidence that he had in himself, you know what I'm saying? And that's what really inspired me to.
He was one of the first ones that had the CDs.
Real spill.
Yeah.
That's what really, you know what I'm saying, like inspired me to just, man, this is what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? I loved seeing that. I loved that feeling of being in the studio, you know what I'm saying? It was a different experience for me, you know? So it took over.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, man. We got Cairo in the building. MUF Gang most definitely is in the building.
Most definitely.
Y'all pinning that conversation. We're going to play some hits and we'll be right back. It's K-Jams. 5 K-Jams, hip-hop and R&B hits, man. Y'all heard those hits on hits. We still got MUF Gang in the building. Man, check this out, man. I want to dive a little bit deeper because, man, I actually been playing a couple of your songs, you know, on the radio for Black Wall Street. It's crazy, man. And, you know, you had a couple lines in there where you were dropping gems that people were asking me, like, I didn't know that happened in Tulsa, and you know, things of that nature, man. Take me through a surreal moment where you heard your song on the radio, or when you dropped a gem in a song and people were just like, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in Tulsa, I've been here for on and off, you know what I'm saying, 15 years or so. But when I had first learned about Black Wall Street, I was probably in my early 20s, you know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I'm like, man, I didn't know nothing about this, you know? So being the person that I am, I dove into the research, you know what I'm saying? Started reading, going to different websites, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure out some stuff, trying to figure out what's going on.
For sure.
You know, and just to hear people that's from here as well, you know what I'm saying, that's way older than me to say they never heard of it either, you know, it's mind-boggling to me. So it was just something that I feel like, you know, I need to put a message together, you know what I'm saying, and really let people, inform people on what's going on out here, because it's a lot of stuff out here in the world. I'm getting the brain, you know what I'm saying?
Man, it's
Brain
all
fart
good.
right now. But yeah, you know, it was just researching everything, you know what I'm saying, and trying to figure out the history of Tulsa, you know. The history is what really intrigued me a lot about it, you know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what's up, though, because, you know, I get to tell you this face to face, but when I was playing for Black Wall Street, it was actually, I wish I could remember the older gentleman's name, but he was like, man, I remember when you couldn't even talk about stuff like that. And the fact that you guys could drop, you know, basically knowledge and information and music and make it catchy and put a hook to it.
Right.
But you can, it's so catchy that even a kid can remember it. You know what I mean? He thought that was so beautiful, man. He thought that was, to him, he thought he'd never be able to see something like that in his lifetime.
Most definitely. Shout out to DJ Easy. He the one to put that together for me. That's my producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to DJ Easy. But he the one that brought that to life, you know what I'm saying? Like, we come together in that studio, you know what I'm saying? We a two-headed monster, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, that whole process of being able to sit down and do that is, it take time, you know what I'm saying? Because we probably recorded that song probably about 4 or 5 different times, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Over and over, you know what I'm saying? Just to make it, got to be perfect, you know what I'm saying? It got to be perfect, you know? But yeah, it's really, you know, a good feeling when you can put something out there like that for people to appreciate. You know, I want to be able to put something out there that's going to be timeless, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to have no expiration date on my music.
That's dope right there, man. Speaking of timeless, man, where do you see yourself musically within the next 5 years? Because I feel like, me personally, man, and I was telling my listeners a little bit earlier, man, your music is a breath of fresh air, because I ain't hear 100 people get killed in a song. You know what I mean?
That's one of the biggest points I try to make. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Body count 0 in a song.
Yeah, exactly. You can make a good song, you know what I'm saying, without being negative. You know what I'm saying? You can make a good song, have positive knowledge, you know what I'm saying, have positive influences in the song, you know what I'm saying, it ain't got to be about nothing negative, you know what I'm saying, we can all turn up still,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We can all party and still spread some knowledge at the same time, you know what I mean, but yeah, that's most definitely, you know what I'm saying, something that I like to do, you know, I try to change the narrative, I try to be different on purpose, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you stand out, most definitely, you stand out with that. Are you working on any projects?
Most definitely, so the whole gang, we got projects coming. But I got a project I'm going to drop this summer, you know what I'm saying, probably mid-July. Hint, hint, y'all look out for that, you know what I'm saying. I haven't really came up with a title for it yet, but when y'all hear it, y'all going to know, you know what I'm saying. Y'all going to know it's really that deal. I got probably about 5 tracks on there that I think y'all really going to love on that one.
That's what I'm talking about
Most
right
definitely.
there. Man, Cairo is in the building, MUF Gang is in the building.
All summer vibes.
All summer vibes.
He said it's all summer vibes.
Going crazy.
Y'all put a pin in that conversation, man. We gonna play some more of those hits. And most definitely, don't be listening to them, man. Where can they stream you on the platforms?
Well, y'all can find me on any music platform, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Cairo, Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? Look it up.
It's K-Jams.
Got you.
All right, welcome back to the Artist Takeover. We got my guy, Cairo. He is still in the building. Still in the building with MUF Gang. Most definitely they doing their thing, man.
We live.
So check this out, man. I always ask the Artist Takeover artists to drop a gem for the youth, something positive, man. Yes, we talking to you young worlds out there. You guys might be looking up to my guy. You know, he's dope in the music. He's talking about positivity in his music, and you might want to do the same thing. You want to go about the same routes. Man, how can you save these children some steps, man, and these young adults?
Well, I say to the kids, you know, I mean, to the parents, man, if y'all got kids who got some type of aspiration to do music, you know what I'm saying, push that. You know, don't try to tell them, you know what I'm saying, stir them in another direction, you know, try to plant that seed, you know what I'm saying, and really guide them in the right direction. And if y'all need help, you know what I'm saying, we always here to reach out, you know what I'm saying. My guy Easy, he's a producer, you know what I'm saying, we can get them in the lab, you know what I'm saying, show them the ropes, you know, show them exactly what they need to do to get started in the right direction, and they won't be, you know, misled from the jump, you know what I'm saying, because it's hard getting into the music, you know, and it's real. It's a real competitive market out here with the music too as well, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know the back end work as well, you know what I mean? There's a lot of steps that you don't know about until you jump in it, and then you're like, oh man, I didn't know I had to do all this stuff, all this paperwork and all this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, most definitely reach out to us, you know what I'm saying? You can hit us up on Facebook. I'm under Juan Cairo, you know, Instagram, Cairo underscore MUF Gang. You know, my guy Easy, you can hit him up on Instagram.
Well, yeah, it's Too Easy 7. Yeah, for sure. don't be scared, man. If I could say anything to the youth or anything to anybody coming up, it's definitely just be you. Like, the one thing that I know that I'm big on is, like, I'm myself. Like, you always gonna get this version of Easy every time you see Easy, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna be me, so be you. If you feel like what you're doing, you know, people might not rock with it, hey, you rock with it, do it. And just keep going. Like, that's the biggest thing. Just keep going.
Most definitely.
Like, yeah, don't be scared to reach out, because like I said, man, any kind of questions you got, I'm all ears. Like, I don't hesitate nothing. I'm down with whatever you need. I got you.
I'm all here for it, man. Check it out. Because it does take a village, and it's dope that you brothers are reaching out, man.
Always, man. Always. I'm like, I got probably like a roster right now. I recorded probably like 27 different artists outside the gang, you know? And like a lot of people don't understand that. They don't know that because we're not like loud about it. We just work and we just keep working. And I got a lot of young cats that come to the studio, and I'm big. I try to make sure LA there when they come, so they can hear somebody that's, like you said, rapping about more than just the body count. You know, like, because there's other stuff going. And like, we know you can do this and you can do that, but I want to hear you really rap. Like, I want to hear you where you came from, your real struggle, like your real story, you know? So like, get that out. Be you. Talk about you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, we'll help you do that. If you need help, you can reach out. And if we can't get you there, we can put you in a position to get you to somebody that can get you there. So, like, you know, like you said, take a village. We trying to be that village.
Most definitely, most definitely.
And that's real, man. And I will say this, too, man. I want to piggyback off what my guy Cairo said, man. If you have a child out there who is really into music, don't stifle that. Don't put him down or her down, man. Cultivate that. You never know who might be riding in your back seat.
Most definitely.
Even if it
plant
don't.
that seed.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely got to push that.
You gotta water that seed.
You gotta water that seed, and you never know what could be coming out that back seed. And even if nothing does come out of it musically, man, just support everything that your kids do, man. You know, sometimes as parents, you know, subconsciously we do that because we're like, man, you ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah. Man, that don't make sense, man. Come on, man.
Ain't no astronaut about to be in the NBA, man. I ain't trying to hear that. But, you know, entertain it. Just entertain it a little bit. And just, you never know how much that can light your kid up. But, man, where can the people follow you and stream your music, buy your merch, all of that, man?
Well, you can always hit me up on, like I said, iTunes, Spotify, Cairo, under all handles. YouTube, MUF Gang. You know, we got the group music on YouTube. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? There's plenty of content on there, you know, but anything, also on iTunes, Mike the Don. You know what I'm saying? Under Mike the Don, we got a lot of music listed under his name. There's albums, mixtapes, all type of stuff on there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out the gang, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, I got to shout the gang out.
We was out last night, man. We just performed at China's Playhouse, man, last night.
From the city last night.
You know what I'm saying? The whole gang was there. We was all lit. So, you know, they on the highway right now. They was trying to get here, you know. So, like I said, man, shout out all the gang. We all working. Like, we just shot a video the night before. Don and Phil Sosa got a video shoot today. You know what I'm saying? Then we performing on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, like, we working, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all got any shows coming up?
Yeah, Saturday, Lil Ronnie, you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Lovely Games, too. Lovely Games going to Kansas City tonight. Well, Krishan Rock, yeah, go up.
Let's go.
Represent the town, you know what I'm saying? In the gang, you know what I'm saying? So, tonight, tomorrow, like I said, Lil Ronnie, you know, we at A2 with Lil Ronnie, Phil Sosa, Mike the Don. You know, they finna go up, you know what I'm saying? Whole gang in the building. So, yeah, you know, and like I said, we got more events, you know, next month, every week. We got something going, so, just stay tuned, man. Just tap in with the gang. Like, you can get me on Facebook. You can get Don on Facebook. You can get me on Instagram, too. It's 2Easy7. You can get YouTube, Easy, Mike the Don, Cairo, like he said, you know, all you got to do is type in one of us or the gang. You're going to find something, I promise.
Everybody going to pop up. It's going to be a cascade effect. As soon as you find one of us,
you're going to find them all. Bonnie K, son, shout out everybody. Groove, you know, like I said, man, we working. Like, everybody.
Hey, they working.
Right.
And most definitely make sure you guys support the movement. Anytime you see MUF Gang, anything, man, y'all just go ahead and just cop y'all a ticket, just off tops.
Off tops,
You're going to be entertained. It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Every show is live. Every show.
I went to one of their parties one time, and I'm an old man. I had to tap out, man.
We ain't getting too crazy, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't getting too crazy.
Not too crazy. I'm just saying I was entertained.
Yeah, most definitely.
The old man in me start kicking in about 12:31.
Yeah, hey, we appreciate you for coming out. You
Hey,
know?
most definitely.
I know folks be ready to go to bed, you know.
Yeah, hey, it was definitely lit in there. I remember seeing you in there, though. You done been to a few of them, though. You know what I'm saying? You know how it go when we in there.
Yeah.
Every time, it's always a movie. What?
Hey, man, like I said, man, this is another artist takeover, and most definitely support MUF Gang, everything, man. Y'all already said y'all where to follow you guys and stuff here,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah, like
We don't want to leave nothing out.
Yeah, man, it's 2Easy7. ITZTOOEEZY 7.
Cairo _ MUF Gang, Instagram.
All right, man, that's another episode of the Artist Takeover. Y'all stay tuned and y'all keep it locked in the #1 hip-hop spot. It's K-Jams.